सर्वधर्मस्थापकत्वं सर्वधर्मस्वरूपकः आचार्याणां महाचार्यो रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Namaste, pranam. Sri Ramakrishna teaching us that the less you are attached to the world, the more you love God. The lesser and lesser our desires for the enjoyment, the lesser and lesser our attachments for these worldly attractions, the nearer and nearer we proceed towards God. And whichever path we may choose for proceeding to God, it may be a path of knowledge, that is the jnana, or it may be a path of bhakti, that is devotion. Although apparently these two paths may appear to be different, may seem to be different, ultimately they end up at the same destination. Sri Ramakrishna has told that the Vedantists, those spiritual aspirants who tread the path of knowledge, seeking the Brahman and negating the existence of this entire creation. Neti, neti, they follow that path of neti, neti. This is not Brahman, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. And finally negating all those ephemeral things, negating all those momentary things, then ultimately they reach their ultimate goal of attaining the Brahma Jnana, of understanding what the Brahman is. But then they cannot describe what Brahman is. But the case of devotees is totally different. Devotees like to be part and parcel of this creation, enjoying this creation. Because for devotees, this creation is nothing but the play of their divine mother. Mother has created all this. The mother, the chosen deity, the God, the Lord is pervading in each and every atom of this creation. That is how a devotee looks at the creation. The devotee never says that Jagat Mithya. Even Jagat is nothing but my chosen deity. The Jagat, this entire creation, is nothing but my divine mother. So that is the difference between the jnani and the bhakta, the follower of the path of knowledge and follower of the path of devotion. But Sri Ramakrishna in this teaching is going to tell us that apparently these two paths appear to be different, to be diverse, but they are one and the same destination. They have one and the same destination. That is what now Sri Ramakrishna is teaching us. The jnani seeks to realize Brahman. The jnani seeks to realize Brahman. That is the ultimate objective. I don't want any of this jagat. Any particle of this jagat is of no use for me because it is all ephemeral, it is all momentary, there is no truth in it, there is no reality in it, it is all illusion, it is delusion. Only Brahman is the ultimate truth. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. The jnani seeks to realize Brahman. But the ideal of bhakta is personal God. My mother, my master. That is how the devotee looks at the ultimate. A God endowed with omnipotence and with 6 treasures. Yet Brahma and Shakti are in fact not different. That is what Sri Ramakrishna constantly tells us. The Brahman and the Shakti, they are no way different. They are not at all separate. Shakti is just the manifestation of that Satchidananda Brahman. That which is Blissful Mother is again the Existence-Knowledge-Bliss Absolute. The Divine Mother. Divine Mother herself is the projection of the Satchidananda, the Existence, Knowledge, Bliss Absolute. They are like the gem and its lustre. Now here Sri Ramakrishna gives this beautiful example of how the gem and its lustre, they are not different. The moment we talk of gem, the moment we think about gem, the luster element of the gem also automatically comes. We don't have to make any extra effort to get to know what is luster. The moment we think of gem, we also get to know, we also understand the luster of the gem. They are no way different. Apparently, these are two words, but the moment we think of gem, the luster of the gem automatically comes to our mind. They are like gem and its luster. When one speaks of the luster of the gem, one thinks of the gem. And again, when one speaks of the gem, one refers to its luster. So either of these two things you utter, whether you utter luster, the moment you utter the word luster, what comes to our mind? Luster, what is luster? Oh, gem. The luster of a gem. Automatically, gem comes to our mind. And when we think of gem as such, automatically the luster of the gem also comes to our mind. One cannot conceive of the luster of the gem without thinking of the gem, and one cannot conceive of the gem without thinking of its luster. They go hand in hand. Apparently, these are two different words. Likewise, Brahman and the Shakti are two different words only. They are one and the same thing. What is Satchidananda is also the Shakti, the Adya Shakti, the Mahashakti, the Mahamaya. The Shakti is just the manifestation of the Brahman. Shakti is just the manifestation of that Satchidananda Akhanda Nirakara Brahman. Existence, knowledge, bliss absolute is one and one only. There are no two ways about it. There is only the Satchidananda Brahman. There is no other entity. Shakti is very much part and parcel of this Satchidananda. These are not two different things. It is only Satchidananda Brahman. Existence, knowledge, bliss absolute is one and only one. But it is associated with different limiting adjuncts on account of different degrees of its manifestation. It will have different degrees of manifestation. The same object will have different degrees of manifestation, and that's why all these crores and crores of the gods and goddesses, they have come into effect. That is why one finds various forms of God. We have God in the form of Rama, Krishna, Durga, Kali, Ganesha. All these different forms are nothing but the manifestations of the same Satchidananda Brahman. There is no other than the Satchidananda Brahman. The devotee sings, "Oh, my divine mother, thou art all these." A true devotee, whether Vaishnava or Shaiva or Shakta, a true devotee understands that all these forms of gods and goddesses, they are the same principle, they are the same ultimate reality whom we are worshipping in all these different forms. Wherever you see actions like creation, preservation, and dissolution, there is manifestation of Shakti. Brahman is actionless, but wherever you see this action of creation, preservation, destruction, this entire creation is nothing but creation, preservation, and destruction. Mother creates, mother preserves, nurtures it, and then finally mother also destroys it, dissolves it. Everything that is there in this creation has to get into that act of dissolution. Creation is there, preservation is there, and dissolution is there, the destruction is there. So wherever these processes are there, the things getting created, the things getting preserved, the things getting nurtured, the things, they grow and finally they decay and then they die. Wherever this process, wherever this phenomena comes into existence, know for sure, Sri Ramakrishna says, it is the role of Shakti that she is playing. Water is water, whether it is calm or full of waves and bubbles. When we see at a calm lake, the surface of the water, it is so at peace. There is no major movement unless there is a strong wind or anything. You look at the water in a lake, it is just simple kind of a layer which is not getting disturbed at all. That water and the water of a spring, it is bubbly, it is so much frothy, it is moving with a fast speed. Both are same water, the calm water as the turbulent water. We cannot say, oh, this calm water is the real water and turbulent water which is frothy, which is filled with bubbles, is not water. Both are water. These are different manifestations, and this is the perfect example Sri Ramakrishna quotes to make us understand that how Brahman and Shakti, they are one and the same thing. The Absolute alone is the primordial energy which creates, preserves, and destroys. The Absolute alone, the Satchidananda alone, is that primordial energy, is that Adi Shakti, is that Mahashakti, which creates, preserves, and destroys. Thus, it is the same captain. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is giving example of our captain Vishwanath Upadhyay. It is the same captain, whether he remains inactive or performs his worship or pays a visit to the Governor General. Now, the same person, he is performing different actions, different roles. At some time, that person is absolutely inactive. He's sleeping, maybe he's taking rest, he's not doing anything, just sitting idle. That person. The same person, when he's worshipping in his shrine, it is a totally different temperament, but the person is same. We see him waving the lamp, we see him chanting and singing the glories of the God. We see him worshipping, we see him offering prayers in that shrine. Person is same, but the action is different, the manifestation is different. And again, the same person. When he goes to meet Governor General, when he goes to see his boss in the office, his mannerisms, his etiquettes, his personality is totally different. But the person is the same. Same person in different manifestations. The manifestations of inactive captain, the manifestation of Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay who is worshipping in his shrine, or the Captain Vishwanath Upadhyay who is paying a visit to the Governor General, all suited, booted, and in style. So this is what happens in the case of Brahman and Shakti also. The thing is same, but the manifestations are different. Whenever it comes to creation, preservation, destruction, the Adi Shakti manifests from the same Brahman, but otherwise Brahman is one and the same thing. Only we designate him by different names at different times. When a person is performing different actions in different roles, person remains same, the manifestations are different. So this is a beautiful teaching Sri Ramakrishna has given us today, that Brahman and Shakti in fact are one and the same thing. The Satchidananda Brahman is one and only one. The Shakti is just the manifestation of the same Brahman in the active form. Brahman is absolutely inactive, like the Lord Shiva who is lying at the feet of Mother Kali, totally inactive. Mother Kali with one foot on Lord Shiva's chest and a trident in her hand, she is so active. But there is no difference between that Shiva which is lying idle, which is lying inactive, and Mother Kali which is so much active in the process of creation, preservation, and destruction. There she is Adi Shakti, and here he is the Brahman, Nirakara Brahman, Akhanda Brahman. That is Sri Ramakrishna's teaching for us today on this wonderful day of Ramanavami. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji. And a very happy Ramanavami to all the devotees.